Tell us about the Tall Owl.
Okay, the Tall Owl is the title story of the book, obviously, and it is one of the longest. It tells a story of Amy, who's being picked up by her uncle Jack from a secure unit hospital, and Jack is taking her to see her grandmother, who's going to die, who's she's only got a few days to live, and they live in the equivalent of a trailer park, I guess, a kind of a place of caravans and temporary housing outside the city. And it's about Amy. It's just about her journey back there and what she goes through herself. Oh, and she sees a tall owl. That's the other part of it. She sees a giant owl which can't possibly be there. What I'll do is I'll read just a little bit from it, and this is where they get back to where Jack and Amy's aunt and their grandmother live. Okay. Outside the city, where the footpaths and road lights stop, beyond the shut down shops and boarded up libraries and the derelict public offices, that's where the caravan field is, right on the edge of the dirty fringe of the city. The fields are filled with old caravans, trailer vans, static vans, and mobile homes in haphazard rows. Some have little shelters or extra rooms stuck on the side, leaning wood or thin metal sheets banged together at post-disaster angles. There are a few diesel generators around the edge, linking up the vans with power, thick cables snaking over and underneath the uneven track. There are parallel tracks worn down into the earth, stretching right down to the last row, and then they curve around and join up so that you're coming back on yourself. If you look down the lines of vans, you can see clotheslines stretched and crisscrossing, and the old clothes bleed their old colors onto the last of the grass. Like those vintage black and white pictures of children in war zones, there's a beautiful grimness here. You know what I mean if you ever went in, if you took the right turn off the main road, but then why would you? You only go places if there's something you want, and there's nothing to get here. It doesn't lead anywhere. It's a disconnect. You only come in here if you live here, and if you live here, you only want to get out. So that's a little bit of that. And in terms of the artist then becoming involved, we had, there's an artist that I've worked with quite a few times before on several projects called Seth Oliver. And I love his stuff. It's very conceptual. And he, as soon as he read The Tall Owl, he said, that's the story I want to do. Don't give it to anyone else. I want to keep that one. In this Tall Owl as well, there's various other things going on. There's a fable woven into it. So I think it appealed to Seth's kind of multi-layered vision of things. So he's produced a really cool piece, and he's been really central in kind of connecting me with other artists within the South Wales scene for a while. Actually, he's quite an influential character, that fellow.